Welcome to cooking some Spanish rice with Caesar. Arroz mexicano, aka Spanish rice. You're going to need some olive oil, extra virgin preferred, paprika, cumin, salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some sazon, which is like a bouillon packed mix. This particular kind is sazon Goya, which has culantro and achiote. You're gonna need some chicken base or chicken bouillon, some tomato paste, some white rice. All right, we'll get into measurements and everything else soon. Okay, welcome back. For the ingredients, one thing I forgot is for every 1 cup of dry rice, you're gonna need 2 cups of liquid, in this case, water. We're gonna get started by adding the olive oil. We're gonna turn on the heat to medium high. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Again, extra virgin preferred. All right, we're gonna start by adding 1 cup of dry rice that we pre-measured already. We warmed up the olive oil for about 45 seconds or so. You should be able to feel the heat in the pan. Okay, then you add the rice. And you get a utensil, any kind, to stir around the rice. You're gonna do this for about 4 to 5 minutes or so over that medium-high heat until you start to see the rice get slightly toasted, opaque. Translucent is what you will see. You want your rice more or less to look like this after it's been toasting in that olive oil and after you've been stirring around. Every 30 seconds or so you want to stir it around so that rice gets that nice even toasted. You don't want any unevenness. So that's more or less what it should look like before you start adding any spices or anything. Alright, we're going to add the garlic powder. We're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons. We're going to add onion powder, about 1.5 teaspoons. Little black pepper to taste, not much in this case. Salt to taste, but we're going to say it's about 1 teaspoon or so. We're going to add 1 dash of cumin powder. That's it, that little bit. Too much makes it too strong. We're going to add a couple dashes of paprika. We're going to add 1 packet of that sazon Goya. We're going to throw in now about 1.5 tablespoons of chicken base or chicken bouillon, whichever you prefer. You can use the powder if you prefer. And we're going to squirt into here about 1.5 teaspoons of tomato paste. And stir that in. You can start to smell all those spices mixing in with the dry rice that has been toasted. Again, because this is 1 cup of dry rice, we're going to turn down that heat to medium now, from medium high. We're going to keep that ratio of 1 cup dry rice to 2 cups liquid. We're going to add now 2 cups of water. Stir that in after you add the 2 cups of liquid, in this case water.
Where were you?
I was in my
room. Oh. And I hold it down like.
Now after the liquid has been added, we're going to turn that up to high heat to get it to a boil. Give it one little stir here.
And you're waiting? Okay, don't leave me.
Almost ready for the veggies. Okay. At this point, we're going to add the optional about 1 cup of frozen vegetables. You can use mixed vegetables. In this case, I'm using peas and carrots. You can leave that out. And earlier I forgot to mention that instead of dried onion, if you wanted to use fresh onion, you could dice up some onion fresh and add that instead of the onion powder. You want to use probably about, no more than half a cup of diced up onion. You want to stir around those frozen veggies just in there. It should come to a rapid boil once again before you put the lid on. Again, the veggie parts is optional. Okay, it's come back to a boil after adding the vegetables. Again, that's completely optional. When you get your rice up to a boil again, just give it one final quick stir like that just to make everything mix. And then we will cover while it's still on high heat. Now, after it's covered, we're going to turn it down to low medium. And we're going to set the timer, in this case, for 20 minutes because that's what the dry rice instructions stated. And we're going to hit start. Alright, the common mistake a lot of people make when making rice of any kind is that they uncover the rice during this boiling process. It is extremely important, no matter how much of an urge you have, you do not touch it, you do not uncover it, you do not stir it during the time that it says on the package to leave it covered and cooked. Once your timer goes off after the 20 minutes, shut it off, turn off the heat. You want to remove your rice from the heat. You want to uncover, and then at this point you are going to fluff your rice with a fork. Fluff your rice again with a fork. And you have your perfect fluffy Spanish rice. Enjoy!